NK Telco Sports welcomes you to our coverage of high school boys basketball, where the New Bremen Cardinals will take on the Varsity Raiders. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, Superior Aluminum, and NK Telco. You're looking live here at the Clare C. DeVoe Gymnasium. My name's Brandon Cookman. Glad to have you here on NK Telco Sports for our Mack and Shelby County battle here on this first Saturday of the new year 2024. Let's take a look first at the visiting New Bremen Cardinals. They come in at a 3-6 overall record here. Last night they fell in a very tight contest to a very good Delphos St. John squad that you might have caught here on NK Telco Sports. Cameron Elwer, the stud from Delphos, ended up with 28 points. New Bremen started off 0-3 in this year, losing to Ottoville, St. Mary's, and Versailles before beating Fort Laramie and then losing to Jonathan Alder. Beat Salina, lost in double overtime to Elida, beat Hardin Northern last Saturday, and lost last night to Delphos. Take a look at this New Bremen team, very veteran squad led by veteran point guard Aaron Tiemann. They got a lot of other seniors that they will feature in this lineup. Jackson Leonard and Keaton Putoff as well. It's a veteran roster, but the 3-6 record you take a look at is very deceiving for this New Bremen team. I had a chance to watch them a couple times. This is a very good team. They've lost a couple heartbreakers. They lost a tight one to Ottoville at the start of the season. They lost a tight one to a very good Elida team out of the WBL. And they're sitting at a 3-6 record right now. With losing to Delphos too, who was one of the top teams in the NAC as well. On the flip side, the Varsity Raiders, one of the top teams in the state of Ohio for Division IV, are sitting at an undefeated 10-0 record for the first time since 2014-15 season. Coach Spencer Grenadier has his boys firing on all cylinders. They defeated their rivals Fort Laramie last night 43-18 over in Fort Laramie. They survived a scare from Boston's on Tuesday night, 62-57. And before the Pickle Holiday Tournament, they defeated Troy Christian in Meadowvale 64-39, 84-45. Which has got a tough road these next couple games. A good non-conference opponent in the Bremen night. They got Jackson Center for homecoming on Friday. They're playing the Martin Luther King Classic next Sunday against Antwerp, who is also undefeated. Varsity team, as I like to know, likes to get out and run. Very good, active team, a lot of good athletes. Hayden Quinter, the head star of this team, was the 8th Raider in school history to get 1,000 points. We'll elaborate a little more on that here tonight. This Raider team likes to get out and run. They score a lot of points, even though they're coming off their 43 points. As we're going to congratulate Hayden Quinter, we'll let Amber Connor congratulate Hayden for his 1,000 career points.
Making him the 7th player at Varsity to surpass a 1,000-point milestone. Congratulations, Hayden.
Kick it down for our national anthem and starting lineups here next on NK Telco Sports.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our 4-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
Now the starting lineups here for both teams. First for the New Bremen Cardinals, number 2, 6-foot senior Aaron Tiemann. Number 3, 6'4" senior Jackson Leonard. Number 5, 6'3" senior Keaton Putoff. Number 15, 5'11" junior Logan Luther.
The Cardinals are coached by Corey Stevens and assisted by
number 22, 6'5" senior Hayden Zeller. Head coach of the New Bremen Cardinals, and his 4th season is Corey Stevens. Now the starting lineup for the home team, the Varsity Raiders, at 10-0 on the season. Number 11, 6'5" senior Felix Francis. Number 12, 6'2" senior, just past 1,000 points, Hayden Quinter. Number 13, 6'2" senior, Braden Monin. Number 22, 6'1" junior, Vince Borchers. Rounding out the line, number 24, 6'4" junior, Braylon Cardanier. The Russia Raiders are coached in his second year and his second stint as Raiders coach. Spencer Cardanier is assisted by Brad Francis, Devin Lindbergh, Cody Anthony, and Nick Leffel. Let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza in Newport, Ohio. First, taking a look for the Bremen Cardinals. They want to control the pace. They want to be able to get off good shots. They're a very good three-point shooting team to be able to rebound and limit Russia's second chances. Russia wants to be able to get tips and deflections off the press, be able to close out. They allowed a lot of three-pointers, 11 of them to be in fact against Boston. And they also need to be able to get off to a good first-quarter start. The keys to the game brought to you by Keyhole Pizza in Newport, Ohio. If it ain't Chunky Bob's Pizza, it's not pizza. As the Raiders start, they're going to fire a quick three off the front of the iron from Braden Monin, and it goes down to Keaton Putoff. Our officials tonight are Ron Black, Dan Carahan, and also Kevin Beckstead. Our officials, the men in stripes tonight. Three-pointer from New Bremen rattles out. Borchers saves the basketball. Borchers going to try to push the pace here. Cardinals normally play a zone defense. The ball's on the inside. Cardanier kicks it out up over to Braden Monin. Cardinals do sit in that zone defense. They just saw a little bit of zone against Botkins. They picked that apart pretty well before Botkins switched back to man-to-man and slowed down the Raiders. They had their toughest scare of the season before ultimately winning 62-57. Ball deflected, and it's off Tiemann. Raiders going to have it out under their own basket. 53 seconds we've played here in this contest here on NK Toko Sports. A zone out of bounds, so maybe a man out of bounds here from the Cardinals. So they go back into their zone. They flash Felix Francis to the middle, and Felix Francis kickstarts the scoring here on NK Toko Sports, 2-0. And here comes the run and jump that the Raiders run so often. Logan Muther on the inside, off balance. His shot's no good. Rebound goes down to Braylon Cardanier. Cardanier goes to that right side. He's trapped by Putoff and Zeller. It's kicked. Coach Corey Stevens talking to Kevin Beckstead about that one. The Raiders will have it right out under their own basket. Braden Monin will inbound the basketball. Felix Francis in the corner. Over to Braylon Cardanier. They try to run something for Francis. They get it into Vince Borchers. Outside over to Hayden Quinter. Get in the middle of the zone. Braylon Cardanier, short jump shot, rattles home for the future Marshall baseball commit. Braylon Cardanier, he scores, gets in the box score. He's been a very good athlete for Russia. Tiemann shot no good. He tries to go up again, and he's fouled on the floor by Cardanier, who tried to go up and block the shot. So a lot of these athletes have been successful. A lot of these guys have been a part of all these guys have been on the floor right now, been a part of the past two state baseball teams, the state championship baseball team in 2022 and the state runner-up in 23, and all were a part of the roster on last year that made the state Final Four. Shot no good by Putoff on the inside. It's cleared by Vince Borchers. So a couple part of the state golf team. Braden Monin made state in cross country as an individual as a sophomore, and Cardanier going up is fouled and will shoot two. Freshmen in JV games were won both by New Bremen. New Bremen won by 2 in each. They won 2 in the freshman game. Came back from down 17 at halftime to win the junior varsity contest. Here as Benjamin York getting ready to sub. And Raiders have kind of mixed their lineup up a little bit as Cardanier cannot connect on the first one. Benjamin York will return to the lineup for Braden Monin. Will be the first one to go out. Raiders go about 7-8 deep. See him also bring in Jackson Groge, Zeb Schultz will also maybe get some playing time as well. Cardanier hands the second free throw. He's got 3. And here comes the run and jump from the Raiders. They try to get it away from Logan Muther. And it's a jump ball. Era's going to stay with the crimson and gold. Cardanier had to avoid that, avoid getting maybe a second foul early. Raiders scored a season low last night against their rival Fort Laramie, 43 points. But still won by 25. as they've made it through the first round of Shelby County League play, a perfect 6-0. The Raiders have not been 10-0 in overall play since 2014-15. They've not been 12-0 in Shelby County League play since the 2006-7 season. Ball stolen by the Raiders. It's Felix Francis up ahead. He loses the basketball. It'll be New Bremen basketball. And Kevin Beckstead going to come talk about that one. And they're going to say it's Raider ball. I thought that went off Francis. I thought Francis just lost control of it. The Raiders going to get away with one here, it looks like. Coach Corey Stevens asking for an explanation, and he rightfully has right to be upset. That did go off Francis. Come up here. Cardano on the inside, jump shot. No good. Put off, clears the board, gets the ball stolen. Francis on the floor to York, to Quinter. Foul on the floor to Tiemann. What a sequence by the Raiders. For substitution coming in for the ball game, Grant Dickey coming in, a 6'1" junior. It's a veteran lineup here for both of these squads. York on top of the key. Goes back to Vince Borchers. Borchers tried to drive on the inside, a couple hands, knocked that away for the Cardinals. Here comes Keaton Putoff. Putoff makes a nice move to the basket, but is blocked by Felix Francis. What a play by Felix Francis. And as the ball goes up to Quinter. Quinter rotates it over to Vince Borchers, over to Hayden Quinter. Back over to York, he's going to fire a three from the corner, rattles out. Felix Francis gets the board, tries to clean it up, ran into a teammate. Caroms to Hayden Quinter, who will stick it in. He is now at 1,003 points on his career. And we got a timeout by Coach Corey Stevens. It's a 30-second timeout. All timeouts are brought to you by our sponsor, Precision Strip, this year. I'd also like to thank our other sponsors here on NK Telco Switch. They are Carriage Works, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Koki Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, the Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, and WCSN Radio. Our scoreboard sponsors, the First National Bank, Keys to the Game, Keel Pizza. This timeout is brought to you by Precision Strip. Our player of the game, which will bring to you from either New Bremen or Russia, is brought to you by NK Telco. And our Russia Live View sponsors right here in Russia, and that's Superior Aluminum. And out of position strip timeout, Russia leads 7-0 up on our board here. Subs are going to come in for New Bremen at the next dead ball. Jackson Roji's in for the Raiders. Put off, trying to drive, put off, trying to find a teammate. Raiders try to get it up. It's tipped by Jackson Leonards. Goes over to Rogan Luther. Blocks from behind Felix Francis. And Felix Francis, if you would have watched him 2 years ago, is about 5 inches shorter. It's just grown into his body. And it's why you talk about players developing. They don't really just develop in junior high. They develop in high school as well. And Felix Francis, a prime example of that. Leonard's trying to back down Braden Mon, and that ball's on the floor. The Raiders take it away. Monning goes to the left side to Jackson Roji. Quinter trying to drive, spin move. His shot's blocked and altered, but Felix Francis is there to clean it up. Felix Francis, what a first quarter for the seniors at 6'5". There's a foul in the backcourt against the Raiders. Be the second team foul, 3:59 to go in the first quarter. It's 9-0. So in that First National Bank first quarter for the Cardinals. It is Gavin Quellhorst. That ball stolen away by Benjamin York, who lays it in. Rushi up 11-0 on our First National Bank first scoreboard. Raiders trying to get a steal. They gotta watch their hands here. Being pretty physical with these Cardinals. Give a little give and go to Leonard. It's taken away by Benjamin York. active hands these Raiders have had. They have played phenomenal these first 4.5 minutes. And a nice steal there up ahead. It goes to Keaton Putoff, who will lay it in and gets the Cardinals on the board. Keaton Putoff has had a great year. He's playing with a little bit of a shoulder injury. Jackson Grogin with the basketball. It goes on the right side to York. Back to Grogin. Nice anticipation of the passing lane by Gavin Quellhorst we saw in the JV game. Up ahead. Shot altered there by Braden Mon. A nice recovery by the Raiders. They're working up ahead to York. York tries to kick it up ahead. He spins around. His shot's no good. A little out of control. It'll be Raider basketball. Winner will come out. Bremen Cardinals will return. Hayden Zeller back in also for New Bremen. Put the ball into Felix Francis, and easy does it for the senior. Felix Francis, 6 points, a couple block shots. He has played great this first quarter for Coach Spencer Cardano, who comes in with a 90-23 career record. 2 district titles, 4 league titles to his credit. And right now is on pace to have his 5th. He's had a league title every year he's been the Raiders head coach. Foul on Felix Francis. He coached for 3 years. He coached the 2015-16 season all the way through the 2017-18 season. Raiders won league every year, made the regional for 2018 that year. Stepped aside and was the assistant and allowed Dave Borchers to be head coach. Obviously, as many of you know, Coach Borchers passed away in October of 2022 in an accident, and Coach Spencer Cardano stepped in to fill the role as the Raiders had a magical run to the state Final Four before they fell to Richmond Heights. As Ryland Bussey hands the first free throw. Bussey's second free throw is good. Ryland Bussey with 2 points. It's been 2 to 4 now. Cardinals going to be a little more active with their zone now. Richards with the ball on the inside. The shot does not roll in, and it's going to be off of Vince Borchers. Tough break for the Raiders. Backcourt, controlled there by Zach Wiedemann, who's in the lineup. Wiedemann, a very good cross-country runner, gets the ball tipped. They stay with the crimson and gold. As it's Hawaiian night in the Aroostook student section. People with their leis and everything. And also the cheerleaders participating as well. As Hayden Quinter returns for the Raiders, and they're sending 1,003 points. I said the 7th Raider in school history. I have to check that. Maybe it's the 8th. I thought it was the 8th. I have to check that again. Last Raider to do that was Nolan Francis. Ball stolen. Benjamin York in the forecourt. Throws it down one-handed. Whacks the rim. And Benjamin York is hyped up. And the Raiders lead 15-4. There's a foul, a late foul called against Vince Borchers. And that's the 4th team foul against the Raiders. We saw a dunk in the JV game from Dominic. More subs return. Jackson Leonard, Keaton Putoff for New Bremen, and Felix Francis returns for Russia. Going to pressure the inbound. Logan Uther gets it. Ball to Leonard's on the inside. Leonard's trying to back down Braden Monin. Francis clears the boards. Minute 30 to go here. Raiders lead 18-4. Cross-court pass over to York. Tried to whip it on the inside, and Ryland Bussey does his best goalkeeper impression and kicks it. And in that situation, it's a good idea to kick that, deny that post-entry pass. They're just going to stack at the top of the key. And get it over to York. It's on the inside to Quinter. Quinter goes back out to York. Trying to get through this zone defense. Raiders have had success through it so far. Only managed 43 points last night. Every game, but they're 10-0. They won every game. They double faces set 2 on opening night against Jackson, and on Tuesday against Botkins, a game where they trailed in the 4th quarter. Something out when you're 10-0 and you're expected to be a good team is sometimes good for you to keep you fresh and active. Braden Monin with a nice drive to the basket. Braden Monin, the 6'2 senior, cracks the box score. And it's 17-4 Raiders. They're going to swing around that run and jump. Bussey trying to attack downhill. Francis with the rebound. Francis will push it up ahead. Quinter the fast break. Shot is up and no good. And official Kevin Beckstead will go to scores table and tell us who that foul was on. That was on number 5, Keaton Putoff, and Hayden Quinter will go to the line. So his first free throw too much on that as Jackson Grogine returns for the Raiders. Quinter cans his second free throw. Outside chance that he becomes the school's all-time leading scorer at 1,004 points right now. Jay Borchers, I believe, is at 1,256. Be a lot to go. It'll take a lot, but Hayden's going to finish high in school scoring history. All-time steals leader in school history. And has a chance his baseball team to become the all-time hits leader. This is a foul as Ryland Bussey attacks downhill. 13.7 seconds left. Ryland Bussey going to try to cut into the Raider lead. Bussey's first free throw, clanks off the front of the iron. York returns. It's Borchers and Hayden Quinter come out trying to protect against any potential fouls. There's a lot of guys out there with one foul. He misses the first and for a second. Shot is up and in for Ryland. There's a 13.7 seconds to do something here. Ball goes up to Grogine. Over to York, back to Grogine. Ball tipped and stolen. Putoff's got it. Cardinals have a couple seconds to do something. Leonard's to the basket, scores right before the horn. A good end to the quarter for New Bremen. As Jackson Leonard's with the bucket, Ryland Bussey with the made free throw. But the Russia Raiders lead after 8 minutes of play, 18-7. You're watching boys high school basketball in your home for the Bremen Cardinal and Russia Raider basketball in K-Toko Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
One quarter in the books here at the Clare Cedavo Gymnasium. 18-7, Russia ahead of New Bremen, and New Bremen coming out with a little more active zone this second quarter. They don't really play zone, rarely play any man as the Raiders turn it over to start the second quarter. Here's the crucial full court press here. Being guarded by Jackson Grogine, gives it up to Jackson Leonard to New Bremen. Leonard's going to take the jump shot off the front of the iron. And the rebound that goes down to Benjamin York. Thought about passing, he just dribbled it. Let's go to York, to Bremen Cardinals. Passes out to Jackson Grogine. He's going to fire three. Got it! Buries a three from the left corner for the junior Jackson Grogine. All 5'9" of them, that might be a little generous. Cans the three from the corner. They're tripling up the Cardinals 21-7. Zeller drives on the inside, tries to bank it, shot no good. Francis clears the boards. Outlet pass down to York. He's going to fire a three of his own. It's no good. Raiders get the long rebound. Grogine. It's left over to Braden Monin, who thought about a three. Goes back to Grogine to York. And that's going to be a long pass that's going to sail into the stands. And Lucky Finn will go home with a game ball today. Just a bit outside. As we got a timeout on the floor, called by Coach Spencer Griner. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside. 21-7, Raiders ahead of the Cardinals, so 6:47 in the first half. You can listen to a word from our sponsor here in your home from the Bremen Cardinals and Roosh basketball. Okay, tell this please. Welcome back here to NK Toko Sports. It's 21-7 with 6:47 to go here in the first half, where the New Bremen Cardinals trailed the Russia Raiders. The Raiders back to their run and jump. Rogan Muther might have got away almost with an over and back, but wasn't quite established in the forecourt. Shot no good in the lane. Rebound goes down to Bremen Cardinals. Cardinals still staying in that zone. Hayden Quinter looking at his option, gets it into Bremen Cardinals. Back to Hayden Quinter. Quick pass, Groji. He's going to fire a three. Shot's no good. Rebound comes down to keep. Put a nice tip from behind by Francis. Great active play to get a steal. Quinter glides to the basket, just left it short. Jackson Groji's getting open looks. He's going to take that out of the zone. And here, Coach Gardani, you let Jackson Groji continue to shoot. Very good shooter. Teeman on the inside. A shot's blocked by Felix Francis. Ball worked up ahead to Jackson Grogin, who lays it in. Jackson Grogin got 5 points for the junior. And the Raiders really got a really solid rotation. If they can get this type of performance out of Jackson Grogin, it's going to make them even tougher to beat than they already are. Jackson Grogin's playing nice with 5 points. Leonard's just down the lane with a shoot. Leonard's will go to the line and shoot two. First free throw is up and in. This Raiders team very united, as you can tell. These guys have played ball together for a long time, and discussions of, is this the best Russia team ever? And Leonard goes 2 for 2. They are 10-0 right now. A very difficult schedule left, and a nice pass by Vince Borchers to Hayden Quinter. 5 points for Hayden. It's 25-9. Our halftime score of our JV game. Before their JV of New Bremen came back and won. Raiders force New Bremen in the corner. They get out of it. Gavin Twelhorse going to take the deep three. No good. Watch Gavin Twelhorse. Just want to watch for New Bremen. He's going to be a very good player. 3-ball. Braden Monin cans it right in front of the elementary student section here at Russia. And it's a 28-9 lead for Russia and a turnover by New Bremen. And Coach Corey Stevens takes the timeout. And it's a 30-second timeout. And we'd like to remind you that NK Telco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NK Telco Cable or the NKT.TV app. On Channel 156, January 9th at 6 p.m. And also on Channel 151 at the exact same time, January 9th at 6 p.m. And Channel 3 on HD on Channel 503, January 20th at 8 p.m. and January 23rd at 8 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. Again, you can catch all New Bremen and Russia home games this year. We are excited to announce that we will be at the Martin Luther King Classic next weekend at Fort Laramie, where there'll be 6 games. Multiple NK Telco schools will be there, including Russia. Also, Marion Local, Anna, Minster and Fort Laramie will also be there as well, and St. Mary's will also be there as well. So a lot of good basketball. You can catch it here on NK Southwest Sports. Russia will take on Antwerp, who is also at this time undefeated in the Green Meadows Conference. And there's if they can get by the Cardinals tonight and they can defeat Jackson Center on Friday. Might have an undefeated showdown, and nice cleanup in the lane by Hayden Zeller off the turnover. Gets him to crack the box score, and Bremen coming with pressure of their own, and Rushi going to be patient with it. They'll thread the needle through the pressure. Vince Borchers in the lane. There's a welcome to pressure as they'll get wide open looks out of it. Shot no good. Vince Borchers up and in on the cleanup. And Coach Stevens trying to come up with something here out the timeout. But each time the Raiders have really faced pressure this year, they've been able to get runouts and wide open looks at the basket. Vince Borchers with a chance at the three-point play, and it's no good. Felix Francis on the ground, tips it back to Borchers, kicks it out to Monin to Quinter. Thought about a three on the right wing. He gets it up to York under the basket. No good, but Francis there on the cleanup. These guys do such a good job with their second effort, cleaning up anything, and Hayden Quinter with the reach there. And he's got his second. Jackson Grogine will come in the lineup. Coach Brad Francis, who did coach at New Bremen previously, does most of the stuff. Trying to get Braylon Cardonier in there, but Coach Cardonier saying, no, we'll go with Jackson here right now. He has played a nice role off the bench. Hayden Zeller trying to drive on the inside. Zeller to the basket, kicks it out. Quellhorst is a great three-point shooter, but that one does not fall. Francis clears the boards. Vince Borchers over to Jackson Grogine. He's going to pull a quick trigger three. Got it! Jackson Grogine cans a three from the corner, and it's 35-11. Raiders firing on all cylinders right now. Zeller on the inside. Kind of got away with a walk. Zeller goes up the shot and will score. It's 35-13. Rushi ahead of New Bremen. Monin in the short corner to Felix Francis. Raiders, after struggling offensively last night, have not struggled tonight in Vince Borchers' attack. With 3 minutes left in the half, they've nearly matched their total of last night's output of 43 points against Fort Laramie, which was about by far their season low. They scored 53 against Jackson Center opening night, but they still won by 25 over a Fort Laramie team who's only won one game in the league so far. And Borchers is going to go 2 for 2 from the line. 37-13. Here comes the run and jump from the Raiders as they delay it in the backcourt. Leonard throws off his back foot. The Raiders intercept it. Grogine in the corner to Monin. Thought about a three. He hesitates, gets it to Grogine. Back over to Monin. Thinking about a deep three right in front of the Raider parents. Borchers cross-court pass picked off. Picked off ahead. Zeller will have it. Up ahead in the lane, and Hayden Zeller's shot just rolls out. Zeller been playing a very nice second quarter. Francis will come off the bench. It was good. And give his cousin Felix a break. And Dominic's playing the JV circuits, played very well on it. And he about has the same build as Felix. You can tell they're cousins. And Zeller cans both free throws. And Zeller up to 6. In the corner, Ray to Monin. It's tipped. Substitution coming in for the Cardinals is number 10 number 10 Zach Wiedemann. Rouge will get the ball in the backcourt. 37-15 Rouge on that first National Bank first scoreboard. My name is Bremen Cardinals. Glad you can join us here on NK Telco Sports. Two NK Telco schools doing battle. Here is Monin with it. Over to York on the inside. He's trapped by Leonard and Zeller. Got to get it out of there. Gets it to Monin. He's going to pull a three. It's going to be short. In control here in the first half, 22-point lead. Wiedemann with it. Raider fans wanting a 5-second call. Leonard's traveled in the lane. Just trying to force some contact there. Riley and Bussey will come off the bench and come in for New Bremen. As Leonard's will go out. Or just a spin through the pressure. Out to Braden Monin. He drives to the basket. No good. Francis trying to clean it up. Dominic Francis, that is. And he'll score. Dominic Francis cracks the box score. And man, that's, Raiders graduating 3 seniors that start. If Dominic Francis can play that role like his cousin Felix fills for the Raiders this year, they're going to be very successful next year. Tipton will stay. I haven't seen much of Bremen Cardinals in the second quarter. He's getting good rest. .15, a minute to go in the halftime break. Zeller to the basket, scores and one. Hayden Zeller is playing really great here for New Bremen in the second quarter. And Zeller is up to 6 points. So take the break, he's up to 8. Now 9, which is a team high, and actually a game high as well. Even with the Raiders leading by 21, the lead scorer is coming from New Bremen. They're just going to welcome that pressure like the Cardinals are bringing. Shot fake Jackson Glogy. He tries to drive on the inside, tried to slip it past the Benjamin York, but it went off of Zeller, so they'll stay with the blue and gold. The blue and gold versus the crimson and gold. As Felix Francis will come in for his cousin Dominic. Both on the state golf team. That's the first team in Rouge school history to qualify for the state golf tournament. Felix Francis gets the inbound and scores. Felix Francis has a game-high 10 points now. It's 41-18. They nearly match their offensive output from last night in nearly 16 minutes. There's a foul against Braden Monin as Wiedemann will go to the free throw line. I'm going to talk about it. It should be the 5th foul. It should be shooting 2 free throws as we know the new rule. With 5 fouls in a quarter, it gets you to the free throw line now instead of having the bonus and the double bonus. Wiedemann shots no good. Second shot is up and in as the 6-foot senior cracks the box score. Raiders split the double team. They flip it on the inside to Felix Francis. Shot is no good. Rylan Bussey with it. Wiedemann going to cut the deficit here before halftime. Nice back cut by Wiedemann, and he scores. Borcher is going to have a half-court heave, and it's going to fall well short. Good end to the half for the Bremen Cardinals, but they still trail 41-21 on the First National Bank Conference scoreboard. We'll step aside, come back with your second half of action here next on your home of the Bremen Cardinals and Rouge Raider basketball in K-Telco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Back here on NK Telco Sports, it is halftime here at the Varsity Gymnasium. The Russia Raiders hold a 41-21 lead over the New Bremen Cardinals. Let's take a look at our first half box score and stats brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems. First, taking a look for the New Bremen Cardinals, they were led with Hayden Zeller, who had 9 points. They got 4 from Jackson Williams. They got 3 apiece from Zach Wiedemann and Riley Wilson. They also got 2. On the flip side, for the Russia Raiders, they were led with a dominant first half by Felix Francis with 10. They got 8 from Jackson Doji. They got 5 from Hayden Quinter and Braden Monin. They got 4 from Vince Porters and Benjamin York. And 3 points for Darren Cardonier and 2 for Dominic Francis. After quarters, our first quarter score was 7 Russia ahead. And Russia, as it stands now, leads by the score of 41-21 here on NK Telco Sports. Beginning of the second half as we get underway here. Happy to have you guys. Again, all home games for Russia and New Bremen Sports are brought to you here live on NK Telco. Russia's next game will be back in action Friday here against Jackson Center. That's a game you can catch here. Tawny Hams now will be on the call for that game. Raiders will let's go 7-0 in Shelby County League play as they start the second of the double round robin. As Hayden Quinter steals the pass to start the second half. He tried to dish it off to Felix Francis. The Green plays at Coldwater Friday. They'll play home against Arcanum Saturday night. That'll be a game I'll be on the call for. So I'll be in Russia here calling Russia's game Friday, and then Saturday I'll be in New Bremen calling New Bremen's game and shooting put off. The layup to start. New Bremen ended with the last 5 points, 5 points of the second half, and they start with the first bucket here. And New Bremen still in that zone. This is probably the point of the game where it's a large lead, and for Russia at 18, not out of reach yet for New Bremen. But if you're Coach Cardonier, you want to see probably a complete game here from Russia after they scored 41 points in the half. They struggled last night scoring a 43 against Army, even though they won by 25. Orchards, Braden Monin for the short jump shot. It's good. Braden Monin cans the jump shot. He's got 7. Drive on the inside is Leonard, so kick it out to Quellhorst. Quellhorst gets that ball stolen away. Hayden Quinter adding to his school record already in steals. Felix Francis down the lane. They're going to call a charge. Better control foul. Nice take there by the Cardinals as they force the turnover. It's 43-23 with 6.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Quellhorst going against Braden Monin. Here comes that run and jump. Here comes Braylon Cardonier. Cardinals rotate around. Jackson Leonard shot no good. Rebound out to Felix Francis. He's looking to run the break. Francis dishes it off to Quinter, no good. He'll clean up his own miss though and score. The 1,000-point scorer adding to his point total. 45-23. Zeller with the basketball. Flip back up over to Dickey. Dickey on that left side. Tried to go high-low. Nice tip by Braden Monin. So get it up. As Cardinals get it back to Braden Monin. In the corner, Vince Borchers going to fire a three from the corner. Cash money. Vince Borchers with 7 points now, and this Raider attack is balanced. All 8 Raiders who have played have scored, and it is why this Raider team is so in such high regard. A jump shot hit there by Gavin Quellhorst. Borchers tries to get it on the inside. It's deflected by Zeller. Benjamin York returns for the Raiders. Coming in is Rylan Bussey. Connor hasn't played much. Braylon kind of a quiet first half against Botkins in that game. Ended up with a team high 16 points. And played a real good second half. Felix Francis down on the inside. His shot's up and good. Felix Francis with a game high dozen points off 6 field goals. So Felix along with some great defense and rebounding. Doubling up the Cardinals, 50-25. Cardinals lost last night to Delphos St. John's, so there isn't a pair of blue and gold teams this weekend. Kicked out, three-pointer Leonards, it's no good. And Borchers will go get it. Borchers out and running. Borchers in the open floor, shot no good. Borchers will get the rebound, kicks it out to Quinter, back to Vince Borchers. Borchers drives the baseline. Benjamin York all alone, three-pointer in the corner is rattled home. Benjamin York with the big three-pointer. He's up to 7 now as a charge. We'll call a charge here. And then a player control foul as each team is taking the charge. Henry Nelson going to come in for New Green along with Zach Wiedemann. Braylon Cardanier coming in for the Raiders. Staying in that zone. Hit it into Felix Francis. He loses it. It goes back to York. To Cardanier in the corner. Borchers on that right side to Braden Monin. Back to Vince Borchers. There's a slow things down here halfway through the third quarter. Here's with a 28-point lead. Borchers on the inside. Threads the needle to Braden Monin. I said Vince Borchers has kind of needed to step up lately in terms of really helping this offense out, and he has been a floor general here tonight. Nice shot in the lane there by Rylan Bussey. As he scores, Rylan up to 5. The ball on the inside to Monin. Dishes it off to Francis, and he's fouled to go to the line for 2 free throws. The Raiders team does such a good job of passing the ball, too. They are very in sync with each other as Zeller and Quinter will come to the scores table for New Bremen and Lucia, respectively. Francis at the line, cans the first free throw as a role player off the bench last year. He kind of taken the spot of kind of what Xavier Flippo had last year, but has done a nice job. Felix has really coming into his own. Jackson Groji in return for 8. He has 8 points off the bench, 2 made three-pointers. Felix will split from the line. He has a Baker's dozen and 13, a game high right now as it's 56-27. Communication there, but Rylan Bussey able to track the basketball down. They try to get it on the inside. The put off, he goes to the basket and scores. Put off with the bucket. He's got 6. Jackson Grogine with it. Up over to Grogine. Over to Braylon Cardanier has been quite tight with 3 points. The Raiders going to throw it away. Miscommunication. As it'll roll all the way down the elementary school section. One thing that's just unique about this gym here at Russia, as a lot of you know, the Raiders will be shifting homes. This Claire Cinema Gymnasium will still exist. For those of you who don't know, the Raiders are building a new project on the west side of the school. And they'll be adding a new gymnasium, which will be the Varsity gym. It will be a 1,400 seat capacity gymnasium. It's put off with a nice backdoor cut. Scores for New Bremen. So capacity is 1,100 right now, but it'll be a 1,400 seat capacity gym. There'll be a stage in there. There'll also be another court in there, a new renovated weight room, and new classrooms, and also new locker rooms as well. A lot of these needs here at the Russia School, and the project was voted on by voters in 2022. Raiders passing around the arc from corner to corner. They get it into Bremen Cardinals. Triple team. He's fouled as the third team foul on the Cardinals this quarter. But as a lot of the folks in the last season here at the Clare City Butcher Days, a lot of memories in this gym for Russia fans as Cardinals going up is fouled by put-off. This gym's been in use since the 1990s. The gym they're extending, they're adding to those. So if you've ever been in Rusha's junior high gym, it'll just be an extended and renovated gym, which will be started, the work will be started in about 4 weeks as Cardinals retains the first free throw. As soon as junior high basketball is done, they're knocking out the wall and starting the renovation. If you go to the west side of the Rusha School, you can see the renovations going on there right now. As Felix Francis returns into the lineup, and Brayden Monin back in, and Cardinals now up to 4 points. Spencer Cardinals 90-23 record as head coach of Russia, 1995 grad, and at St. Francis University for baseball. He's also an 1,000-point scorer. Shots no good, and rebound goes down to the Raiders. Raiders with the basketball. Winner with it. Back up over to Felix Francis. Francis gets in the corner over to Jackson Grosjean. Grosjean with it. Back over to Quinter on the left side to Cardagna. Works to Monin, kicks it out to Grosjean. He's going to fire a three. Got it! Action Jackson. 3 triples tonight for the junior Jackson Grosjean. And he's enjoyed this New Bremen zone. He's just leaked behind. And has hit some big shots. It was up 60-31 as there's a foul on Cardagna. That'll be the second team foul of the Raiders on the corner. Zeb Schultze will check in for the Raiders. Ball inbounded and it's stolen. Brayden Monin with the basketball going to the rim. Oh, off the rim! And he throws it down! What a play by Felix Francis and Brayden Monin off the backboard. Oh my goodness, off the foul and off, oh my God. And that just brought the whole Raiders stands to its feet. I have been to many high school games in this gymnasium. That is one of the best dunks I have seen. What a play. As Bussy misses the first one. Wow. Unbelievable. Rocked the rim right there. And the Raiders just having fun, which is the essence of high school basketball. And Rylan Bussy splits the free throws right there. Raiders with a 30-point lead. And Brayden Monin just smiling. And Raiders 62-32. They lead the New Bremen Cardinals. Borchers up over to Zeb Schultze, and Schultze's fouled. Schultze will get to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. I go through and I watch replays of games I announce sometimes, and there's certain moments when you announce. I announce probably about 50 games a year here on NK Telco Sports. There's certain games and certain moments where you just kind of benchmark what just happened. And there's been moments throughout and games throughout where you just go back and rewatch it multiple times because it's such a good game or it's such a good moment. That definitely there is one of those moments that we go back and watch as Schultz splits the free throws. The Raiders almost there's a foul there on Vince Borchers. Benjamin York will come to the scores table here for Russia. First shot up and out for Ryland Bussey. As the substitutions will occur, Vince Borchers cleared out. Bussey splits from the line. Back down to 30. There Russia. Green still in that pressure zone. Schultz with it in the top of the key. Kicks it out to Grogin in the corner to Monin. Grogin up for another three. Got it! 4 threes for Jackson Grogin, and this Raider team is on fire. 66-33. Russia out in front of New Bremen. We head to the fourth quarter here on your home of New Bremen Cardinal and Russia Raider basketball, NK Telco Sports.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Back here on NK Telco Sports. At the beginning of the fourth quarter here. Jackson Grogin, a three-pointer, no good. And the Raiders, just a dominant third quarter there. They scored 25 points that quarter. They scored 20-plus points every quarter so far. Wiedemann on the inside. He's fouled from Quinter from behind. He got some skin slapped there from behind. Wiedemann at the line. His shot is no good. And second free throw is good. And up to 4 now. Bremen struggled a bit from the line. It's been one of their kind of downfalls and things they've struggled with this year. Quinter with the basketball. Benjamin York was trying to go for the lob here. And they're trying to go for it again, and he can't quite get it. And after Felix Francis' dunk, the Raiders are kind of trying their best Harlem Globetrotter impression. As he tried to go in the backside of that zone, couldn't get the timing right. The Raiders are trying to become what Florida Gulf Coast was back in 2013 Dunk City. So Schultz in dominant. Francis in, and Zeb Borchers in as the nights are going to be over with for Braden, Monin, Braylon Cordonier, Hayden Quinter, and Felix Francis as they're just going to sub here. Henry Nelson back in for the Cardinals. There's near running clock territory here at 66-34. There's 5 juniors on the floor now, and I think for the Raiders, they had such a dominant team. They had a lot of guys down that would be varsity players on other local teams as Wiedemann shots up in there. Wiedemann up to 6 points. Now Grogin walked. I think this guy's some varsity experience. Here on NK Telco Sports, Been a fun one if you're a Russia Raider fan here tonight. The Raiders will advance to 11-0 as halfway through the regular season schedule, and no blemishes, and 6-0 in the Shelby County Athletic League as well. As we'll start the second round of the double round robin Friday night here at home against Jackson Center. The ball stolen by Jackson Grogy, up ahead to Vince Borchers, and Borchers lays it in. What balance here from this team tonight. Can't sing enough of this Spencer Canonier's team, and what a job he's done. He's the guy who has really done a job, just a great job in organizing this team. And a lot of these kids, he's around his son Braylon, obviously, on the team, and he's done a nice job. Micah Greasup comes in the lineup for Vince Borchers as his nights be over with. He'll exit with 9 points. Shot by Nelson on the inside is good. Henry Nelson cracks the box score. Jackson Grosjean with the basketball. Goes to that right side as Borchers. Borchers back to Grosjean. Bremen still in that zone defense they traditionally play. Borchers over to Greasup. Rich will have to replace 3 seniors this year on the varsity roster. You got to replace Felix Francis, Braden Mon, and the 1,000-point scorer Hayden Quinner. And the Raiders definitely have some. You always want to see what you can do for next year and the year after. You know, Francis will fall down in the lane and over a traveler. But these classes, have been very dominant throughout the junior high level. Took their licks a little bit in early going as freshmen and sophomores, but as soon as they got to the upperclassmen status, they have flashed and were 25-4 last year before falling in the state semifinals to Richmond Heights. Landon Monin will come in line up for Dominic Francis, and junior. Up by Wiedemann. Nice shot by Zach Wiedemann in the lane. He's piecing together a nice game off the bench with 8. 68-40 with just a little over 5 minutes to go. And Coach Cardonier giving his boys a long break. The ball's on the inside, taken away by the Crimson and Gold. And shot up and in by Rylan Bussey. 6'3" junior. Scores. It's Micah Greasup foul. That'll be the first team foul. Yes, Dominic Francis will come back in after his brief rest. Grosjean with the basketball. Borchers back over to Grosjean. Schultze with the basketball, back to Grosjean. Schultze trying to rip through, gets it over to Grosjean on the left side. He's returning to Micah Greasup. Over to Grosjean, right side, Schultze. Raiders being patient in this possession, nearly halfway through the fourth quarter. Flip it in on the inside to Dominic Francis. Can't get it, and he'll finish, though. These Raiders see such a good chance and second chance scoring opportunities. And they're cleaning up. Dominic Francis' 2 field goals, shot no good. Rebound cleared by Zeb Borchers. Jackson Grosjean will slow it down. Kleiman will come off the bench and will come in the sub. Instead ball maybe for Jackson Grosjean. Down the middle of the lane over to Dominic Francis in the corner is Zeb Schultze. 70-42, Zeb Borchers. Left wing 3, no good. Schultze can't crowd the rebound and go down to Henry Nelson. Wiedemann loses the basketball. Back out to Nelson. Out to Wiedemann, who drives baseline, and it's no good, but he was fouled. Lyman in the ball game. And towards that Borchers, first shot by Wiedemann, no good. Coach Stevens, I think he's starting to get the nod to clear out his bench. As soon as Wiedemann up to 9 points now. Zach Wiedemann's had a nice ball game off the bench as Bernhold and Mindler will come in here at the next dead ball for New Bremen. The JV game was won by New Bremen 42-40 after they trailed by 17 points at half. A great comeback by Coach Matt Clausen's team. New Bremen also in the JV contest 39-37. Dominic Francis shot too hard off the rim. Up ahead. And the shot is good by Ryan Bussey. Bussey with the bucket, 70-45. Score as Raiders again will be 11-0. And battle Friday with Jackson Center. Jackson Center already 2 losses in the Shelby County Athletic League as timeout for Coach Spencer Cardonier. It's precision short timeout. He's going to do it to get the subs in. Good move, classy move by Coach Spencer Cardonier as Wiedemann and Bussey will come out and knowing Lindler and Sam Bernhold come in for New Bremen. New Bremen's going to drop to 3-7 on the season. Scoreless night as well for Aaron Tiemann. The lead scorer of the Cardinals held scoreless here tonight. He's got this in running clock territory. Couldn't quite get over the hump. They're going to take a nice non-conference win here tonight. Bernhold keeps it alive up to Nelson. Gets it up over to Gavin Dickey. Three by Nelson, no good. And the rebound goes down to Landon Kleiner. Groji will lock it up slowly. To bring it up over the timeline. Groji goes that right side over to Zeb Schultze. And that ball's stolen. Up ahead, it's the senior, Henry Nelson, who will lay it in. (70-47) our score now on the First National Bank First scoreboard. I'd like to thank our sponsors here tonight on NK Telco Sports. They've been great all season for helping us out here, and everybody that has been part of the NK Telco family. Pitch all home games. A dunk by Dominic Francis flushes it down. Just jumped up and threw it down. An exclamation point on this victory for the Raiders. They get a tip from behind. And a timeout for a sub. Amanda Mon and Zeb Borchers will come in. What a game for this Raiders team as Raider faithful on their feet, and Jackson Groji will be clapped out. Jackson Groji, what a great game. There's so many players I can give this player of the game to for the Raiders tonight. Jackson Groji is one of them. He's played well off the bench. He's not expected to be a scorer. Has drained 3 threes. He's up to 11 points. Landon Monin in the lane, shot no good. He will clear it out. 72-47 on the score. Nelson on that left side. Ball deflected. Francis gets it. Up over ahead to Zeb Schultze. This is all out of control here as Cardinals will come down here and put the finishing touches on this game as the clock rolls down with 10 seconds left. Rushi will advance to 11-0. Bremen try to get a last shot off at the horn. It's no good. Rushi defeats New Bremen 72-47 here on NK Telco Sports. We'd like to thank our sponsors here tonight on NK Telco Sports. They are Carriage Works, Chotex LLC, Cy Schruderman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assistant Care, Hometown Opportunity, Princeton Automotive, Hoagie Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, New Minster Bank, Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, and St. Henry Bank and WCSN Radio. Scoreboard sponsors First National Bank, Keys to the Game, Keyhole Pizza, Piece of the game, Keyhole Pizza. Timeout sponsor, Precision Strip. Player of the game, which will bring you in a second, brought to you by MK Telco. A minute post-game stats are powered by Granite Health System, and our Rushi Live View sponsor is right here in Rushi's Superior Aluminum. MK Telco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays. Of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on MK Telco Cable and MKT.TV app on channel 156. January 9th at 6 p.m. and on channel 151, January 9th at 6 p.m. on channel 3 and HD on channel 503, January 20th at 8 p.m. and January 23rd at 8 p.m. Also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. As they have the ball drop going on here, brought to you by the Rushi Athletic Boosters. You can hear that in the background. But let's take a look at our post-game stats powered by Grand Lake Health Systems here tonight on MK Telco Sports. First, taking a look from the green, their scoring. They had 4 from Jackson Lennox, 8 from Keaton Putoff. They had 9 from Zach Reedman, 2 from Grant Quellhorst, and 9 from Hayden Zeller. And they had 9 from Ryan Bussey, and 4 from Henry Nelson. For the Rushi Raiders, they were led in scoring. Felix Francis had 13 points. Jackson Rogen with 11. Hayden Kuhn with 7. Braden Monin ended up with 9. 1 for Zeb Schultze. Vince Borchers ended up with 9. 7 for Benjamin York. And 4 for Aaron Cadonier. And 4 for Diane Francis. Scoring after quarters, after first quarter was 18-7 Rushi. Rushi led 41-21.5. 66-33 after 3 quarters. In the final, 72-47 here on MK Telco Sports. Great game here tonight at the Claire Stuyvesant Gymnasium for the Rushi Raiders, as the Raiders just start to finish, just showing why they're one of the top teams in the state. Obviously, everyone knows about Richmond Heights and the power that they are, but the Rushi Raiders are showing that they are one of the best teams in the state in Division 4. It's no fluke here tonight. What a game by the Raiders team. Before we leave here tonight, we'd like to name our player of the game here, brought to you by MK Telco. We're going to go with the senior Felix Francis. He had 13 points, and he set the tone defensively as well. A lot of other players going with Jackson Virgin at 11 points. Vince Borchers initiated the offense nicely with 9 points. Braden Monin, a nice job. But the way Felix Francis flushed down that dunk is going to give him MK Telco player of the game. So congratulations. Congratulations to Felix Francis, our player of the game. So Rushi will advance to 11-0. New Bremen will drop to 3-7. So New Bremen, with them dropping to 3-7, will be back in action on Friday at the Palace against Coldwater, and then return to action Saturday night against Arcana. That's a game you can catch on MK Telco. I'll be on the call for that game. The Rushi Raiders, on the other hand, advance to 11-0. They'll be at home against Jackson Center on Friday night. That's a game you can also catch here on MK Telco Sports. I'll also be on the call for that game. Junior Varsity starting around 6 o'clock. You know, at times a little tentative. It is Rushi's homecoming game, so you can follow those updates here on MK Telco. We'll be glad to have you. And then Rushi will be back in action also as well on Sunday against Antwerp at the MK Classic. And the ball was sold by Sam Prenner. And the Rushi Raiders advance to 11-0, so that'll do it for us here tonight here as Chet Borchers gets the ball drop here at Rushi. So congratulations to Chet. And the Rushi Raiders defeat the Bremen Cardinals 72-47. So that'll do it for us here tonight from Rushi's Claire Stuyvesant Gymnasium. We'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. We'd like to thank our producer, Austin Ambergy, back in the station. I'm Brandon Cover, and for the final time here from Rushi's Claire Stuyvesant Gymnasium, the Rushi Raiders defeat the Bremen Cardinals 72-47. You've been watching a production of boys high school basketball here on MK Telco Sports.